In this video lesson, we explore the Canva AI Studio inside Affinity, testing every generative tool from background removal and generative fill to the Super Resolve upscaler. Before we dive in, here is a disclaimer. These features are for paid Canva Pro users only. The core Affinity app remains free, while these AI features are powered through a Canva Pro subscription. Let's start with the most common task: background removal. In Pixel View mode, select your image and open the Canva AI Studio panel. Then click Remove Background in the top toolbar. This removes the background instantly. Quite well, isn't it? Next, try Generative Fill, which will add or replace elements in images. I have an image of this tabletop. Make a selection with any selection tool, like the Selection Brush tool. Where do you want to add anything? Select the Generative Fill tool and type a prompt like a beautiful candle. Type the number of image variations you want here. Hit Apply. Here we have 4 variations of table candles. This one is better, I think. Shadow is missing, but it's fine. If the photo needs more room, use Generative Expand. Like I want to expand table here. Select the table image again. Select the Generative Expand tool. Drag the crop handles outward and hit Expand. The AI will analyze existing pixels to extend the scene, matching lighting and texture, so it looks natural. You can also ask for more variations. Here is the expanded image, not bad. We also have a Generative Edit tool, which, instead of filling and adding anything, edit, which is already there. If possible, use this feature first, before applying any other AI feature to the image. As in my experience, Affinity gets crashed otherwise. So let's select this new image. Select the Generative Edit tool. Type prompt, let's say, change the color of the tie to red. Hit Edit. Here we have how easy it is now to edit an image. That's amazing. For old or blurry photos, like this avatar, use Super Resolve. First, go to Edit, then Settings, Machine Learning, and make sure the model is downloaded. Then click Super Resolve on the low-resolution image. The tool reconstructs missing detail, reduces compression artifacts, and sharpens edges, so a small image can be scaled up for larger prints without looking soft. You can see the difference between before and after with this draggable slider. You can scale it up using the Scale slider. Hit Apply when you are happy. For photographers, Canva AI has 2 amazing tools in Affinity: Portrait Blur and Portrait Lightning. Portrait Blur uses depth-aware AI to create a realistic bokeh that mimics a fast lens. Let's select this image, then the Portrait Blur tool. Enable the depth estimation model in the Machine Learning tab of Settings. Now we have Portrait Blur sliders. Radius to increase or decrease the blurriness level. Focal distance to adjust how far or close you want to blur. And the third slider to adjust the smoothness of the blur. Apply when you think it's fine. Portrait Lighting lets you adjust the light. Select the Portrait Lighting tool while the image is selected. Here we have many options like diffuse, specular, ambient, radius, distance, and strength. You can add new lights if you want. Select the type, point, or spotlight, and can also change the color of light. When you're happy, click Apply. If you have any black and white images, you can colorize them too. Enable the colorization model in Settings. Select the image, then the Colorize tool. Superb! How perfectly it colors the image. You can adjust saturation and temperature in it too. Now, the last AI feature I want to cover is my favorite: image generation. Because, unlike many other image generation tools, Affinity by Canva allows you to create vector illustrations besides normal pixel-based images. Let's see how it works. Hide this image, you will find the Generate Image panel in the upper right side. Let's type a prompt to create an illustration of a peacock. Here, you can use the option of reference from the image for character, content, or style. I am not using it yet. Then, if you open that three-dot menu, you can choose what type of image you want. You have many options: 3D render, cinematic, stock photos, and many more. Let's choose an illustration for now. You can also set the aspect ratio to square, vertical, or horizontal. Also, image variations count. Keep the default 4. You can have ultra high definition images too if you want. If you enable this button, AI will enhance your prompt. Let's click Generate. Here we have pixel-based illustration image of a peacock. Now switch to vector and hit Generate again. Viola, we have a vector illustration of a peacock with separate vector layers. Just imagine how efficient it will make your graphic design workflow now. We've covered the core generative features and how to use them in a practical workflow. In the next lesson, we will go into the Layout Studio to build professional multi-page books and digital planners. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next lesson. Thank you for watching and happy editing.